friends, it's Tina from the Scrappin Rabbit blog, and look at how cute is this fun pineapple soap that I found. I found it at Ross, and it is $2. It was $2.99, and I thought, how cute is this? I wanted to dress it up with a fun custom tag so that I could give it away to a friend as a thank you. So I didn't have the right paper, so I'm going to make my own, and I just decided that a cute little scalloped circle tag would fit perfectly around there. So I'm going to use my scalloped circle dies from Jaded Blossom, as well as the stitched circle dies. This Be a Pineapple stamp set. I'm going to use some Doodlebug Design, little Swiss dot papers, and some Stampendous embossing powder. This is in the Pearl Champagne. I really like that this does a great job for embossing fine types of sentiments. And my VersaFine ink. And so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and die cut out the circle and the scallop circle using my Big Shot. One side will be the white with the yellow polka dots, and the other side will be the yellow with the white polka dots. I'm going to prepare my paper for embossing by using my anti-static powder tool. I'm going to use some VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp the sentiment. I love the clarity that I get with this ink, and it's perfect for embossing. And I'm going to use some clear embossing powder and heat set that with my heat tool, melt all that powder to have a nice crisp sentiment. Next, I'm going to use some Versamark to stamp out the little pineapple image. And I'm going to use the gold embossing powder for the pineapples. And I'm just randomly placing the pineapples all the way around the sentiment, like you would see in a patterned paper. And you can, if you hit it with just the right light, you can see the impression, but it is hard to see until you put the powder on it exactly how good of a job you did. So I'm going to go ahead and use some scrap paper, sprinkle that embossing powder on, shake it off, and then I'll be able to see where the impressions are. And once I do that, I noticed that I'm going to need to stamp a little bit in the one side of the panel. There's a little bit too much white there, so I wanted to even it out. So I'm just going to add a little dab of the pineapple there. Go ahead and sprinkle some powder on there, and then I'm good to go. And just shake that back into my jar. Embossing powder lasts so long. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my heat tool to set it, melt all that powder, and I get that nice crisp gold embossed pineapple going all the way around my tag. And I could leave it just like it is. It looks beautiful, but I'm going to go ahead and color it with some Copics. This is Doodlebug Design paper, so the blending is not going to be it's not going to be as blended as if you use like a Copic paper or a Nina. And I'm going to start with my darkest yellow, the YR24. I'm just going to kind of dot it around there, around the edge, and that's going to be where the darker side of the pineapple is, more of like where a shadow would be. And I don't rub on the embossing powder, because with some embossing powders, if you rub with the Copics, you'll rub that embossed image right off. And so I just kind of dot around that, trying not to go over the embossing and rubbing over that. So just dabbing on there works just fine. And the Copics are actually blending on my Doodlebug paper. Now I'm going to go in with the lightest color yellow. And then with that triple color, it gives you a nice little effect, gives a little dimension. I'm going to go over just that darkest edge again, right along the side, using the darker YR24. and fill in a little spot that I missed. And then for the greens, I'm going to go ahead and start with the darkest. Kind of get an idea where I'm going to do some shading. Just real quick, these are little tiny spaces, so there's not a lot of coloring involved here. I'll take my medium green and blend it out just a little bit. And once I have that medium green down, I'll go in with the lightest color and fill in all the rest of the white spots. And once I have all of that done, I'm going to go back in with the darker green just to add a little bit more of the contrast, a little bit more of the shading. It kind of makes it pop just a little bit more. Very quick, very easy, and now it looks like pineapple gold, beautiful background paper. I'm going to use my ATG gun, add some adhesive, and center that onto my scalloped circle. And then I'm going to add a hole with my hole punch, and this trim is kind of a stretchy gold ribbon, or it's like a cord. And so I'm going to go ahead and punch a hole. It's really hard to see exactly where the hole is going to be, so I'm just trying to fuss with it a little bit. Once I have that hole, I'll go ahead and thread that cord through to tie around my project. And there it is. There is the tag. And I do like these little stretchy cords because it kind of holds that tag on there really good. So I'm just going to double tie it in the back, trim off the excess. So this is the final tag, and this is how it looks, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, how to make something so cute, so simple, and just make it in a few minutes. Thanks again for watching. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.